guys, welcome to my channel. Today we're having a nice sit down video. I hope you've been enjoying the vlogs. I enjoy filming them, but I'm not that interesting. I don't do things every day, so I'll sprinkle those in when appropriate. But today we're gonna have a sit down video, and I'm gonna talk to you about things or bike skills that I think you should have before your first triathlon. So disclaimer, the reason I am making this video is because I do not have these skills, and it comes back to bite me every single event. I am working on them, but these are things that I couldn't do before my triathlon, and some of them I still can't do. But I do feel like they're very important, and therefore I am working on them so that I can be a better triathlete. So I wanted to share with you. So that's what today's video is going to be. If you are interested in this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. If you have any topics you would like to talk about, things that I think you should know before a first triathlon, as a newbie, someone who gets it and has gone through it, and just go ahead and leave those comments down below and we can get to that. If you want to see some drills on how you can obtain the bike skills that we're going to talk about today, give this video a like and drop a comment down below. So the first bike skill I think everybody should have that I don't have is to be able to ride one-handed. My son can ride no hands, and I'm like, I don't think I'll ever get there. But it is important to be able to ride with one hand off the bars for numerous reasons. You're going to be signaling, and you signal your turns with obviously your hands. Now this is more just not so much on a triathlon, because most triathlons are closed course, but you will signal with your hands on training rides or anytime you're out on the road and it's not closed. But you also need to be able to reach down underneath you or behind you or into your saddlebags to get food or water, sometimes to scratch, brush. I've had to brush water or bugs off of me before, or sometimes you just want to take your hand off the bar to just kind of rest. Sometimes my wrist get really tired, so sometimes you just need to be able to take your hands off the bar, and you need to have the balance and coordination and know how to move your body around so that you don't fall don't fall or swerve into people next to you or off the road or into traffic even, God forbid. So I think everybody should be able to ride with one hand. I am working on that, doing some drills with my son to get him better at that, and so I can kind of learn it. I don't have a lot of confidence on my bike. My bike is my weakest discipline. I didn't grow up biking, so I'm working on that. So the next thing I think you should be able to do is kind of in the same line, is to be able to look behind you on the bike without swerving your bike all over the road. So there's a couple ways to do this. Some people kind of sit up a little bit more, so instead of leaning over, you sit up, take one hand off the bar and look behind you that way, because it gives you a little bit more balance. But regardless of how you do it, I think you do need to be able to turn around and look behind you, either for other cyclists, cars, whatever. You could have to turn around to warn somebody about debris in the road. I've had to do that before. So I do think you need to be able to turn around, look behind you, and not swerve off the road or fall or anything like that. A lot of people, when they turn to look behind them, you swerve. If I look over this shoulder, I'm going to swerve this way. So obviously you don't want to do that, because you could cross the center line, you could cross into traffic, you could ride right off the road and roll into a ditch. Ask me how I know. But I think everybody should be able to at least turn and look behind them. Some people, I don't know how y'all do it. I'm too short, maybe. I don't know. They can look under their arm. I can't do that. All I can see is my arm. But so I think you should find a way to be able to look behind you safely and not fall off your bike or drive into a car. Okay, so the last one we're going to talk about, it won't apply to everybody, because not everybody uses clipless pedals. But if you do, or if you're thinking about it, this is going to apply to you guys. So I think you need to be comfortable clipping and unclipping off your bike. So on a triathlon, you're not going to be stopping a lot, so you're not going to have to unclip very often, because usually all the stop signs have a police officer, or the stoplights as well. They'll have an officer waving you through stopping traffic, so you won't have to stop very often. But you do have to stop at that dismount line, and they're very strict on how you can use this dismount line. So you need to be comfortable getting your feet in and out of your pedals if you're using them. I used clipless pedals for my first race. I kind of, looking back at it, wish I hadn't. I wish I hadn't moved into clipless pedals as quickly as I did, because I'm still not confident in them. I've fallen several times just because I rushed into using them, and so I still have a lot of anxiety using my clipless pedals. It's getting better. When I go for my long run and my long rides now on the weekends, I will intentionally find stop signs and stop, so I have to unclip. But I'm still very uncomfortable doing it just because I've fallen several times, and it makes me just a little bit nervous. So I think you should be very comfortable using your clip. So one of the ways you can do this is, if you have a trainer, put your bike on the trainer and just ride and practice unclipping. Just unclip, 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 reclip, unclip, reclip, unclip. And it's safe to do it on a trainer because you can't fall. So once you're comfortable doing it on a trainer, take your bike out somewhere where if you do fall, you're not really going to hurt yourself. If you have a bike with appropriate tires, you can ride like in the park. So if you do fall, you're falling on grass or anything like that. Just not somewhere where you're going to hurt yourself, and just get used to riding. So what you could do, what my husband and my son both have done, is during a ride, just unclip. Don't like put your feet down. Don't take them off the pedals. Just practice unclipping while your bike is moving, because then you'll be used to how hard you have to put it. And then you're used to also having one foot unclipped as you keep moving, because sometimes you have to do that if you're going to stop at stop signs. Most people, including me, will unclip just one foot and keep the other one in the pedal. So you kind of are still moving with one foot unclipped. But then if anything goes wrong, you still got a foot you can put down. But so I would recommend practice on a trainer, and then practice as you just ride your bike. Ride in a safe area if you're going to ride and practice your unclipping. Ride in a place where maybe there's not a lot of traffic. I get nervous if I'm at a stop sign and a car pulls up next to me. I have fallen over off my bike because a car pulled up next to me and made me incredibly nervous. I just didn't handle it well and I fell over. Other thing, if you're working with your clips, I don't know about other people, I can only unclip my left foot. I have to leave my right foot in the pedal, or I feel really unbalanced. I'm more likely to overbalance and fall if I put my right foot down instead of my left. So figure out if that's a thing for you. But either way, no matter how you do it, there's plenty of videos on YouTube on how to do it as well. If you want some drills, you want a video of how I do it, leave me a comment. I can make those for you. No big deal. I can do it. I can have my son do it because we both do things a little bit differently. So whatever, I can make a video on that if you would like. If you just want to find some videos in one spot and you already watch my videos, I can make you some on all the things we're talking about. So be comfortable with your clips if you are going to use them on your first triathlon. It's very important. It'll cause you anxiety if you are not comfortable doing it, because you will have to unclip and clip in at least twice. So I think that's it. Special considerations: be okay with people passing you. Not everybody's gonna say, hey, on your left, hey, on your right, or passing. I had one person just ring a bell at me, and I didn't even register what was happening because my brain was focused on other things. And this dude passed me. I was nervous. I had a woman pass me so close that she almost touched me. So be comfortable with people riding around you. Find a group ride if you can. Ask around your group rides. Make sure they know if you're a beginner and that maybe you're not going to be fast or anything like that. So be comfortable with people being around you. So practice mounting and dismounting. Be comfortable with that. Kind of know how that works out. Practice riding your bike and then running. You don't have to do a ton of it, but I do think you should practice that. So I can make another video on another set of things that I think you should work on. But for now, we're going to go ahead and tie this video up. So those are the 3 things I think you should work on. You need to be able to bike with one hand. You need to be able to turn around and look behind you. And you need to be comfortable clipping in and clipping out if you're using clipless pedals. So that's it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope maybe this was helpful if you're getting ready for your first triathlon. If it was, go ahead and give me a comment. Let me know when your first triathlon is so I can cheer for you. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to maybe subscribe to my channel. Let me know if you want to see some drills or how I do certain things skill-wise with the list we've gone over today, and I can make that happen for you. But that's it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys in my next one.